Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua Bahasham HaKadosh, double honor unto the elder apostles at Great Millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now, I have seen an article which was published on 15 July 2012, 2020, which is today, right? 15 July. And it says artist replaces slave trader statue with one of Black Lives Matter protesters, and of course they put a female. Now this is what they're doing. They want to put the female over the man because they know with the female leading is going to go to destruction. Our nation is going to get destroyed. They've been doing this since the 60s by giving them rights, and then they put them rights over us. You got to understand that this is not how the Heavenly Father created the daughters of Israel to be, as in a boss position. You're not supposed to be in this position where you are looked up to as this savior. You know, like you are the reason we won. You know, black females are not getting shot left and right by these devils. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays they getting smacked a little bit. Few of them get killed, but men have been dying left and right for decades, man, centuries, right? So let me read a few paragraphs. Now it says here, last month, Black Lives Matter demonstrators in Bristol, UK, made headlines around the world when they toppled the statue of 17th century's slave trader Edward Colston and dumped it into the River Avon. Now the city has an entire new figure being celebrated on the once empty plinth. Yeah, that place here, that thing here. A protester. So she didn't even do shit. She's just a protester. But going on with the fact that she's a female and that Esau is doing this, right? And it's also in the scriptures. So I'm gonna get to that. British artist Mark Quinn has erected a statue depicting a woman with her fists raised in a Black Power salute in the place where Colston once stood. He based the artwork on a photograph of Jen Reed, a Bristol resident who had climbed atop the empty plinth as she returned home from the demonstration in June. Right. So it's modeled after her, basically, you could say. This is fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because this is a sex. This is what you bend over and fuck. When you have sex with them, you put them on their knees. That's what these devils are doing. I don't know if you know the thing called ghetto gaggers. Ghetto gaggers is what they do to black females. Why? Because this is how they see you, and eventually you will work your way up to there, which is actually working your way down to there. But in their mind, they're great now, because that's what they do to all the black females in Hollywood, whether you like it or not, to believe it. And the men, they do the men the same way. But females have more holes. And they always end up crying. But they push on because they're strong and independent, right? Jeremiah chapter 31 and 22. How long will I go about, O backsliding daughter? For Yahweh had created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Right. Basically, when you compass something is when you circle it around. But that this goes and implies that basically she's going to be the head. She's going to be the greater one. Because the head of a family is the man. But now, according to Esau's little upside down world, the female is the head of the family. Because she's the giver of babies, right? A female gives birth, not life. Right. Now it says here, where is it again? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, a woman shall compass a man. That's what they're doing right about now. And I was just thinking about something, but yeah, whatever. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. This is what's going to happen. It already happened back then, but with Esau pushing these type of things and filling up their head with a lot of bullshit, like they are the ones that actually basically freed the whole movement and stuff like that, right? Ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. We gonna see once that time comes if y'all gonna be like this tough guy shit that y'all saying. Cause you know what happens in war to the females. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. No more, no more work, no more food. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you, and make you bare, and girth sackcloth upon your loins, meaning this is done in a state of mourning. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. No more food is going to be gathered coming in, man. No more nutrients, nothing. Right? And that's the time where we're in right about now. So what y'all need to be doing is distancing yourself from this agenda that they're pushing, trying to be like you're great too, like you matter too. No, you don't. Because like I said, what happened in slavery? You didn't do shit. And again, it was the men that was getting lynched and burned and castrated and stuff like that. And the females was in the house on their knees. And I'm not talking about scrubbing the ground. You was getting fisted. And I'm not talking about like punches in the face. That happened in the beginning. But afterward, compliance comes after that. You do what is told. That is what it is, man. It's not, I'm not making stuff up. This is real. Right? So now you have this brother over here, this Israelite man over here. His name is Judge Joe Brown. Well, that's his title, by the way, but his name is Joe Brown. He said this: putting a black woman on the $20 bill before a black man is insulting to the black race. Yes, it is. And this is talking about this female called Harriet Tubman. Now, Joe Brown, Judge Joe Brown, is not here for Harriet Tubman's $20 bill, because he says putting a black woman in front of the U.S. currency. What? Putting a black woman on the front of the U.S. currency before a black man gets that honor is an insult to the black race. Before a black man gets, that honor is an insult to the black race. Why? It is insulting. It is insulting, and I'm glad he sees it. But you're going to have some sissy-ass Negroes. They're going to want to uplift the Queen of Heaven type spirit, the Jezebel type spirit. The shocking moment was made during, shocking, to a cave monkey. The moment was made during a recent interview Judge Brown did with this guy, Omar Johnson. As a joke. I'll put this link in the description box. It's like 7 minutes and 19 seconds long. It's very good, actually. The things that he's saying is what we have been saying for a long time. And I don't know when in 2019 he started talking these things. I recently found out, like, what, a couple of months ago, 2 months ago. And since I saw that and I heard this video and I heard this, I was like, man, give brothers time and they will change, man. Because when I saw this guy, this guy, Judge Joe Brown, he had a show. I never followed that show in my life. I saw it. Like Judge Joe Brown, I was looking at this guy like, yeah, whatever. But sometimes he didn't make me laugh because, he was judging. It was kind of good. But I was thinking to myself, like, this is a clown, man. This is some TV stuff. And basically a clown ass. And then I left it. And then lo and behold, boom, he surprised me with this one. Which is a good argument. A good fact. Not even an argument. Right? Judge Brown and Johnson, this guy Umar Johnson, were discussing the new Harriet Tubman movie. Harriet, when Brown mentioned how the only reason the film was done was to push a feminist agenda and get Americans comfortable with the idea of Tubman's face being on money. That is what they're doing. It's a feminist agenda. The objective is these feminists are trying to do this movie so that they can get a black woman put on a $20 bill. The judge said the movie is to soften the public up to the idea of taking a black female who freed slaves by leading them to freedom and getting her or another one like her on the $20 bill, like they freed us. For real? But this is what they're pushing. They're pushing that idea and agenda that it was the females that actually saved us. What? But this all goes back to Esau, man. Yeah, I'm gonna put this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. But he said some dope things. He said this like, I don't give a goddamn about feminists. They can go straight to hell. And I know they hate themselves because they got two X chromosomes instead of a YX or XY. They are fraudulent, which is a fraud, they're fake, self-hating, and they're sick. That's how you feel? No, that's how you feel. Because they always want to twist things around, especially these American devils. They always want to twist things around. For example, if you hate sodomites, then they say, oh, you a closet sodomite, that's why you hate sodomites. But when the KKK hates you, or when these cave monkeys hate you, they don't say, oh, you closet nigger, that's why you hate niggers so much. They don't say that because they accept it to a different, on a different level. But when you hate them, because when you hate the sodomites, you hate Edomites. I don't know if you know that, because sodomy and Edomite, they're connected. They're like the one and the same people, right? So when that's why I call them faggot sapiens. Yep, I did that, and then now they're blocking my comments on the comment board. It's kind of funny, and that's why I had to laugh and chuckle a little bit. But anyway, now this is what these females actually supposed to be doing. They're not supposed to be doing this shit because you ain't got power. You ain't strong. You've been lifted up by a cave monkey. You gotta understand that. Because all you have to do is look at them in a different, like, if you're really angry, look at them. They're gonna call the cops on you, man. That's how scared they are. That's how weak they are. They're gonna call the cops on you. If they know they're about to get hurt, man, they're calling all types of people to come and help them because they're not built like that. But then you're gonna free slaves? But this is the thing, is the devil put the things in her head and then she rolling with it. They don't have the Moses type mentality. I call it the Moses type mentality. Why? Moses was in the position of being the next king, right? But he didn't want it. He rather get down from that pedestal and suffer with the rest of his people. That is what he was about. He doesn't have that Moses type mentality. He will never live large and rub elbows with the rich and watch the rest of his people basically suffer down there. He ain't gonna do that. And a lot of these females and a lot of these men nowadays, they don't have that Moses type mentality, man. They rather be instigated by the devil and then put on a pedestal, and they willingly accept that. She's supposed to say, no, man, take that goddamn thing down and put a man up there. I don't want it to be me. Who the fuck am I? But they're not gonna do that because they got that pride in them kicking. And the devil is telling them, like, you can do it, you can do anything you want to do as long as you put your mind to it, right? Now it says here, where's that start, man? Let me see. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, your own, not the rest of the world, going on your knees, sucking off everybody that gives you a compliment like you looking pretty today. Because that's what's happening. I see it on the street, man. I see girls walking around looking like they want to have sex because of the way that they dress. And then, you know, if a guy hollers at them, they going with this guy home. Meanwhile, they got a guy at home, or maybe they haven't got any guy at home. But still, it's all about that. You know what I'm saying? So it says your own husband, as unto the Lord. So you need to submit yourself to your own husband as you do unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, meaning your motherfucking boss. It doesn't mean like if I say on when I say on a jump, you say how high, or you know, give me 5 push-ups, 5 push-ups or whatever. Nah, it has nothing to do with that. But if you with your husband or your man, which is your husband, it doesn't matter. You don't need a ring on the finger. If you with your man, your husband, which is the same thing, it should be, but it isn't nowadays in the language of nowadays, you know. But yeah, if you with the guy that you with, which is your husband, like I said, if he tells you don't be wearing them pum pum shorts, You should comply. If he tells you not to wear these pum pum shorts, what? Poem. Oh, pum pum. Okay, what's pum pum? Anyway, let me just this that this is the pum pum shorts. If he tells you not to be dressing up like this, and you know what I'm saying, you need to comply. You need to listen, because when Esau says, "Son, do this on," when he says, "Put a mask on," you do it against your will, but you're still doing it. Why? Because you're scared. You're scared of the repercussions. You know, he actually has power to do you something. But with your man, he don't have power to stop you. Because if he does, the first thing that you, what the hell did I click on? The first thing that you do is call who? Another man to come and help you. He's suppressing me. You know? So you don't have no power. You have no power right now. The only power that you have is another male. And that male is the devil, the Edomite. You call him to back you up. Because that's how it's always been, that a female takes the help of a man. How? Because when you want to oppress a nation, you give their females power over the men, and then from then on, it's history. You know. So it says, "For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Yahushua is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Yahushua, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything." So when it says here, but you females don't believe in the Bible, by the way. I know a cure. My cure is brutal. And it is not even my cure. I just hope for it. And it will come, because it's written in the scriptures. It's written right here. Death. Death is going to come. You don't want to comply, you die. Just like the same way Esau is controlling you and having power over you by, if you don't have a mask on, you get fined. If you don't have a mask on, they might put you in jail. You know, they will put you in jail eventually if you keep on bucking up. So you don't want that. You don't want the repercussions. So what you do is you comply to the best of your ability. Why? Because it's the law. I saw the word law here, right here. Because it's the law. By law, you must wear a mask to enter. And guess what? He made that law. He made it up. He made this law up, man. This law wasn't here last year, 6 months ago. He just made it up. We in July now. He made it up in March. He made that shit up. But actually, he didn't make it up in March. He implanted it in March. But then, implanted, something like that. Right. But this thing was on the books for a long time, by the way. You know. Let me see if I can find it. Here. Yeah. Photo in 1919 during the Spanish flu pandemic. Everybody was having masks on their face and stuff like that. You know, during the 1980s, flu whatever, they had these things going on. So it's not a new thing. You know, people trying to get stupid silly with it, having these masks with cartoon figures and characters. But anyway, it's not a new thing. It's an old thing, represented back as a new thing, presented back as a new thing, while it's an old thing. It's refreshed, just like how it is written in the book of Revelation with Yahushua's name. It's not a new name. It's new to you. It's refreshed, because if you go back in history, you see it was already used. Now we know it's Yahushua instead of this Jeezy Creasy nonsense. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. So jumping over to 5. For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in Yahweh, adorned themselves. Yeah, the women of old time, yeah. Being in subjection unto their own husband, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. I'm not telling you to call your husband nowadays Lord, because you're not going to do that. And me personally, if I had that, I wouldn't want that. I'd be like, can't you see they taxing me? If you're getting taxed, you're a slave. You know what I'm saying? You're not a Lord. You're not a king. A king doesn't walk on the ground. But actually he does, but that's where we can come in. But you understand what I mean. Well, I'm trying to explain it real good. You don't need a Ferrari to get somewhere. You need a car. You don't need a mansion to live in. You need a house. You don't need Gucci to dress yourself against the elements and stuff like that. You just need clothing. So what I'm saying is, for now, that status thing is not really needed. We need Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, and He will give us that status. So that's the point. So don't be calling me no Lord. Don't be calling me no King. It's not a fun thing. But the princes shall walk on the ground, and the servants on horses. So that's happening. So I'll give them that. Let them have their little queendom for now. Calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are. So you are a daughter of Sarah. And Sarah called her husband Lord. You're not going to do that to your Lord right now. And like I said, I personally would not want that. But still the point and the explanation. No, the explanation. The example is there. The example is there. Whose daughters ye are. The example of a fact, by the way. As long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together in the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Now you might say, like, yeah, he honors the wife. Yeah, honor the wife if you submit yourself to me. Subjection. Husband, honor your wife, and women, subject yourself to your husband. Meaning, if he tells you to not go to the freaking club, then you don't go. If you, subjection, the action of subjecting a country or person to one's control, your husband, or the fact of being subjected, right? And you do subject yourself to the country, because Esau says wear a mask, you do it. Esau says wear this, work clothing, dress code for women, for example. Let me see. Right, if you are in these type of business type thing, they expect you to walk around with a suit. In certain jobs, you can't come and dress like this. You better respect yourself. You can't come around a job like this. You see them walking around like this. Right. So going on, that's an order, and you do subject yourself to that. But when it comes to being a family, you want to go all out and be the Super Jane, or whatever they call this thing, G.I. Jane. This is not real. This is far from reality. And the fact that you're going along with the idea of Esau shows that mentally you're not really there. You don't see the trick that's being played on you to go against your own people, which you don't fucking care about. But going on, Colossians 3 and 18. Wives, submit. Here goes another word. Submit. Accept or yield. What is yield? Surrender. Yield. Give away to arguments, demand, or pressure. Basically, here it is. Surrender. Right? So it says here, accept or surrender to a superior force or to the authority or will of another person. This is what you need to be doing, which is, like I said, if your husband tells you, let me see, Why you think it's called provocative? Because you fucking provoking somebody to do some dumb shit, which you would then put a spin on it like I'm wrong or something. What? It don't make no goddamn sense. You know? Yeah, this is basically what's going on. If you wear these type of clothing where it is and stuff like that, you know, then if your husband tells you not to do that, then you're supposed to not do that. You're supposed to submit yourself to his will. Why are you doing this? You already have a dick in you. You want some more? Give me some more. Give me some. That's actually what's going on around here, man. That's why you can't trust these You can't trust these females, man. And you know what the Heavenly Father said? What is the cure? Death. And we just waiting. Esau has his things. The Heavenly Father's gonna have his. You know, walking around on the street looking like this, taking pictures like this, with the see-through things and stuff like that. This is fucking horrible. If this was a Jake female, it's somebody's mother. You know how horrible I felt? I saw a female one day. Fucking horrible, man. Horrible. I saw a female one day, and she had a little son. And I know what I did to her when we were young. Fucking horrible. I looked at the little boy, and I looked at her, and I felt fucked up. I was like, I literally could say, nigga, I fucked your mama. That's fucking horrible to say that shit, man. Like me thinking about it right now. And it was a Jake, of course. Actually, it was a West African Jake. I ain't never about fucking no slave descendant bitches. Fuck out of here. I see the hatred in these goddamn devils, man. I ain't talking to you. On a sexual level. I might explain something to you. But the so-called Negro woman, I ain't fucking with you, man. I know West Africans. I better fuck them. You know? At least they don't hate you like that. Well, their parents do, but that's something else. They don't talk satanic to you. Look at this shit, how open she is. She's all over the place. Right? Anyway. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as it is fit in the Lord. It is fit in the Lord. What is fit? It's suiting. Fit. Definition. Suitable. I just saw it. Yeah, here. A suitable quality, standard, or type to meet the required purpose. Healthy. In good health. Is a healthy mentality to be in that way. Fix or put something into place, and a woman is supposed to be in her place, not here, right? But this is Esau's doing, man. Y'all getting tricked by these Edomites. Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee, which is supposed to. But now, who's ruling over the black female? Edomites. Like I said, back in the days, I used to say, before this whole mask mandatory thing, I used to say, well, you don't want to listen to your husband, but you listen to the Edomites. Why? When you in your car, and you know, because here sometimes in Holland, a few times, you had police striking because of payment and stuff like that. I saw black females with seatbelts on in their car when they went to the store. And the store is like not even 5 minutes from here. But you know, they got a car so they can buy a lot of things. So I saw them. And I was thinking like, see, you scared. You follow the rules. You submit yourself. Even on the parking lot, when they just going out for a test drive and stuff like that, they wear their seatbelts. And everybody does, not just black females. Everybody wears their seatbelts. So you submit yourself to the Edomites without a cop in sight. But you can't even submit yourself to your husband from stop just like a hoe. And provoking other men to come up in your relationship. You with your girl, and then she's inviting other men by her clothing. She's inviting other men to also join the relationship. And you know they ain't got no morals. They ain't got no standards. They be looking at it like, well, she's open. I'm open. That's when you finna pass the ball. I'm open, I'm open. Right? Ephesians chapter 5, verse 33. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself, and the wife see that she references her husband. So I'm gonna get the I'm gonna read it again. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself, and the wife see that she reverence her husband. Now, what is reverence? Reverence is deep respect for someone or something. Regard or treat with deep respect. Admire. Where's the other one? Stand in awe of. Awe means wow. Basically, feel deep respect or admiration for something. Now, when you go to the Muslim community, so-called community, right, the Arab community with the females covering their head and stuff like that, when you go to these females that then cover their head, I just saw a picture of this one. For example, these females, right? I'm not even talking about this one. I'm talking about this one, the one that's more open, hijab, right? If you go to their houses and stuff like that, these type of, not even this, I'm not even talking about this one. I'm talking about this one, right? As you can see, this one is a little bit more loose. This one, this one, this one. I'm not even talking about them because them I already know. Like, I already know. But even these ones, right? When you go to their houses and their husband is not, and their husband is there, and the guy, the interviewer, they always want to talk to them females, but she will reference her husband. She will revert. No, wait, I'll go get my husband. No, but I want to interview. No, no, no. I'll go get my husband, and he will talk to you. That's what they're doing. But the Jake female is not doing that. Why? Because this is being programmed in her mind, and she's accepting it. Doesn't have the Moses type mentality. Like, listen, I referenced my husband or my man or the men of my nation. I don't want this to be modeled after me, and I will make a public statement about it. But no, she's proud as hell. She going there standing as if she's like this great savior, like it's modeled after her. Verse 25. Husband, Ephesians 5 and 25. Husband loves your wives. Husbands, love your wives, even as Yahweh also loved the church and gave himself for it. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. Right? Reference husband. Right, so now I'm gonna go into this Joe Brown, Harriet thing. I already read it, but this is that movie with this Harriet female thing, and I already read this part, by the way, in the other thing. You know, he said a lot of beautiful things, man. He said, like, I got a big problem if it's on a bill before they put a black man's face on one. I got a big problem with that, and me too. It's insulting to the black race because you're saying the men ain't worth a damn. Put a woman up there first. She wasn't doing anything but getting on her knees and sucking motherfuckers off just to not get a whoop lashing in the back of the yeah, in your back. You know what I'm saying? He added, impose your sense of responsibility on motherhood and start raising some decent young men instead of these little monsters. Hey man, this guy, I don't even know if he knows the scriptures, but then menstruous woman shall bring forth monsters. 2nd Ezra chapter 5 verse 8. I have no idea if this guy knows the Bible, but he said something that is in the Bible, right? 2nd Ezra 5. Well, my people have a seal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. So he has it in him. The Israelite man has that spirit in him, but he just doesn't know where it comes from, what he needs to do. The guidance is not there. That's why you have the elder apostles on down at Great Millstone, starting in America with the elder apostles on down, until the little bitty brothers all over here. You know what I'm saying? 2nd Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, which is happening right now. And the fire shall be oft sent out again. Uh, did I read that right? Yeah. And the wild beast shall change their places. And menstruous, because the animals are gonna also come up in the city and stuff like that, because everything is gonna be destroyed, man. And menstruous women shall bring forth. Yeah, I did read it. I did read the other one. Where is it? Second Ezra's 5. I was already thinking like, hey, wait a minute. This one. Yeah. So it says Second Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, destruction. And the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Look at them little bastard ass kids in in Chirac, for example. This is just one place. I can name other places, but I'm not thinking about that right now. You got little monsters like this, man. What are these niggas doing with guns? How they get guns? They murdering each other for stepping on your shoe. Look at them wrong, you're dead. It is a fucking monster, man. It's not a normal human being no more, man. These people ain't normal. Most of them are dead. I bet your ass. They don't live past to see 20 and 30. Hell no, they ain't making 30. Hell no. They ain't making 30 years, man. They're not making 30 years. You know what I'm saying? But these are little monsters. I bet your ass the most of them are dead. Why? Somebody killed them. And who? Somebody that looked just like them. With what? These things, what they brandishing, man. What they showing out there. You can't even walk the street, niggas trying to rob you. And you ain't got nothing. They're just trying to rob you. They just want to fuck with you. And then they're going to cry when you die. When somebody dies. Hold each other and shit like that. But you're the reason they're dead. And then you have suckers like an what's this guy's name? This guy, what's his name? Okay, this one. This guy over here. This motherfucker, right? This goddamn devil. He be saying dumb shit like protect trans kids. So he's jumping over our own people. And this nigga is saying protect trans kids. What about protect Israelite kids, like the so-called black kids and stuff like that? Start there. Since you don't even know that the natives and Latinos are people too. But why don't you start there? But you're going to start protecting some tranny kids. And the majority of them are Edomites. Where you think they set up the laws for you, protect you? You don't even get protection from the cops, doofus. Love when celebrities use their voice or status to make the fuck you. You got little monsters being created by these menstruous black females. They in heat, like a chimp, always trying to fuck. Who gives these bitches babies? Impose your sense of responsibilities on motherhood and start raising some decent young men instead of these little monsters that you have running around the house where you don't even want to have the father involved with them. You see? Start being real mothers and pay attention to it. They're not. They don't want to be told what to do. You know what I'm saying? So here he says another thing. But if you put a black woman first, that's insulting to the black man. Harriet Tubman rescued maybe 200 people. You didn't do goddamn shit. Probably sucked somebody off and diverted his attention, and then the slaves could escape. Some dumb shit like that. Whatever. I don't even believe that shit. It may be more. Yeah, may. But there were black men who did something better than that too. Better. Get the word better. They need to be put on the bill and show respect. I vote for Nat Turner. But you know what? Fuck the whole money system, man. It- it's just a piece of paper. It's worthless. But it's the thought that counts, basically, in this sentence. The thing of it is, they're not gonna lynch black women. No, no, they fuck you. I just showed pictures of females in. This is what men do. It doesn't matter what race you are from. When you see, it might be the race of your enemies. Hot pants, right? Hot pants women. Might be the race of your enemy. Women or provocative. No, hot pants women. Yeah, yeah. Let me see this one. Right. The fuck, man. Despicable. You know, when you, like I said, you just see them and you be like, oh, yeah, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not killing you. You're gonna live. You're gonna live, unless you piss me off. And I bet your ass a lot of them won't piss me off. Once we get that power, right? They're gonna know not to anger you. Just like how Edomite black females know not to anger these Edomite men or females, man. They know. They know. They know what's about to happen to them. They know. So they're not gonna do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Well, basically, that's gonna come. That power of fear is gonna transfer to us, the Israelite man, the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Indianos, is gonna transfer to us, and then you're gonna respect us, even with your little tiny butt. You're not being lynched. I'm not killing you. I'm looking at you like I know exactly what to do to you, with you, or to you. Both of them. And that's the same way that they are looking at you. You might not believe it, but it is what it is. You're going to find out, man, because they got them concentration camps set up. They got the FEMA camp set up. We're going to see if you're going to lead men to their salvation. If you believe in this bullshit, man, this guy is saying everything what I'm saying, have been saying for years. He's saying. But the funny thing is, he just recently came around. I've been saying this since what? 2011, man. We was busy with it since 2007, by the way. You know? He's saying what I'm saying. The thing of it is, they're not gonna lynch black women. They'll rape them. But they're gonna lynch them. Like us. Sorry. But they're not gonna lynch them. They're gonna lynch us. Men. Hang. Burn. Castrate. Torture. But once we get that power back, they're not going to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? He later proudly proclaimed he is a male. What is it? What is this? Chauvinist or something.
Chauvinist.
Okay. A person displaying aggressive or aggregated? What? Exaggerated. Oh.
Exaggerated.
Right, patriotism, like you love your country or something? No. Fuck that. I'm gonna put that in as we love our nation. We love our nation. We don't love goddamn hoes and bitches and shit. And then this female says some dumb shit. He also defended his comments on Twitter. What happened to race first? The man is the race. You are the product of a man. You are a sperm. His sperm. If it's one of us, isn't it all of us? Joe Brown continues to prove that he hates black women. No, you hate yourself. Look at your fucking hair. This isn't about the plight of the black race. This is about him hating and being what? Envious. You see the mindset of these fucking Jezebels? Her name is Goth. Last time I checked that shit is gothic as Satan. Fucking demons. He wants black females last because we aren't a priority to him. Nothing new. What? This is somebody that's delusional, man. You know what you do with females like this? You burn them. And we waiting. Oh shit, we waiting, boy. No. Supposing to honor Israelite homemakers, they chose as a symbol a known black man, right? Would that be honoring blacks or an insult? Yeah, if they took a black man, would that be honoring or insulting? You know, but he said a few things, and he doesn't want the black female to be on the dollar bill. It's insulting to the Israelite man. I hate saying that shit, black, black, black. And let me see. He also said what we are saying. He says that the men make the nation. I'm not kidding you. He said that. When I read that, I was like, what the hell? He said that in this interview. Whatever he said it. I didn't read it. He said it. I think he wrote it, and no, I didn't read it here. Maybe here. Nope. Right. I respect Israelite women immensely. I'm prepared. Oh, fuck no. However, our race has been kept in line by the suppression of its men. This is how they kept us in line, by suppressing the men and letting the females run amok. That's why the Most High said, I will discover thy secret parts. Meaning, that's why they walk around naked on the street, because they have no guidance. They don't have nobody to tell them how to dress, because Esau lets them out for free. Like, here you go, beast. Be yourself. And then he controls his females. You don't see the Rothschild females running around like a beast. That's why they in power. Well, they worship Satan, but yeah. If you give the females the power, eventually your land is going to fall. And it's falling right now, because these beasts have freedom. Freedom, spelled like dummy. A protocol of slavery was to always recognize and promote the female and discard the male. What? Disparaged or something. Wait, what the hell did I just do? Disparaged, just like discard? Regard, or represent as being of little worth. Wow, okay, cool. Right. The Lady Bill thing is a continuation of this tactic. This is the first time I ever gave an Israelite man that's in the Hollywood type of thing. This is the first time I ever in my life gave a man like a few claps, and it was like 3 or something. Like it's beautiful to read minds like this, to read men that have minds like this. It's beautiful. But the Heavenly Father said that he said this. It's beautiful to read minds like that. Really, it is. It's a beautiful thing. Now it says here, Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. And this is King Solomon, the wisest man on the planet Earth, and still females trapped him up. Why? Because you start loving him. If you don't love him, you stay away from them, and you look at them and analyze them, you're going to see things that you'll be like, oh, shit, I don't want to be with that. No, I don't want to be with that. That's going to make me commit murder. And I'm not going to jail because you made me angry. I'm staying away from you because I will do something. I think. I'm kind of smart enough, I hope. I would see it coming. And I would be like, you know what? I'll probably thank you, but now I'm thinking, because I'll be like, I'll probably thank you if a girl was to sleep behind my back or whatever. I would do this. Before she ever did it, I would do this. Listen, if you want to be with another man, just tell me. I'll leave that second. I ain't tripping. I'm not going to try to control you, whatever. Do what the fuck you want to do. But don't tell her don't do it behind my back or I'll bust your fucking face in. No. Just tell her, like, listen, if you want to do it, just tell me and I'll get to stepping. Give you your space and we done. You know, you don't have to do it behind my back or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you can do what you want to. You know, and if you do it, then I'll thank you for you bending over and making me bust nuts from time to time. You know, and releasing my stress or whatever I had that day, or even if I didn't have stress. Thank you for releasing my nuts sack. You know, really relieving it, and it's thank you on certain things, and I even buy you a how you call that thing, a cab, and get you the fuck out of the house. You know, I probably would do that. I probably would do that, but then yeah, or you know, I don't know what I would do, but I'm thinking right now like yeah, yeah, just don't get tricked by me. Prepare yourself for it, because if you prepare yourself for it, you will never be surprised. And if they do the opposite, you still shouldn't be surprised because people change. Look at Judge Brown, Judge Joe Brown. He changed. Well, to my knowledge, I never saw him like this. You know, Ecclesiastes 7:26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands trap you. A snare is a trap, and nets are traps. Whoso pleaseth the heavenly Father shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this I have found, saith the preacher, King Solomon, counting one by one. So he did an experiment to find an account. He was looking for something. He was searching diligently. He was taking his time, counting them one by one, analyzing their mind. Like how you call nowadays shrink or whatever. You know, was psychiatrist, whatever. You know, scientist. He was doing an experiment. He was testing. So he said, which yet my soul seeketh. So he couldn't find it. But I find not. There aren't any. One man among 1,000 have I found. He found one among 1,000 men. But a woman among all those have I not found. Lo. And he's going to explain what he means with this. Lo. This only have I found, that Yahweh had made man upright, meaning he made man to be righteous, doing good things, better things. But they have sought out many inventions. They're the ones that go out and seek all these type of things. Oh, let me see if I can get away with this. Let me see if I can steal this and make myself feel good, you know, because I don't have it and I want it. I lust for it. And then, you know, I hope he doesn't see it, or I hope she doesn't see it, or I hope they don't see it, or I hope it doesn't get caught up missing or something. You know, that's one of the inventions of man. Stealing, lying, deceiving, tricking, committing adultery, committing sodomy, bestiality. Those are all inventions of man. But the man was made upright to do good. But he rather listens to his own little demons in his head. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. You're going to listen to them things in your head, and then the ones that is very soft in your head, and it only repeats itself like 2 or 3 times, but the other one is like 15 times, then you're going to want to start gravitate to that one, because that one is actually what you want, what the body wants. But you know that the soul wants that one. But he's not going to talk too much. He's not going to try and convince you. But the fleshly part, the fleshly thoughts, they're going to try and convince you like, oh, hey, don't worry, man. I mean, like, hey, I mean, she's single, right? She just broke up with him, man. She's single now, right? You can hit that. You can hit that. Well, I don't think that's a good idea. No, just do it, man. Just do it. I mean, she's single now, right? They broke up, right? No, but they might get back together again. You know how these things work. You know, your ex-girlfriend come to your house. You know what I'm saying? Is you gonna hit it? No, man. She hate him right now. Look at him. She threw all his shit out the door. She stabbed his car tires. You know, she scratched his car door. You know, fuck her. Just do it. Just stuff like that, man. That's how you fight in your head. You know, because man was made upright. He had good thoughts. He has good thoughts, but you're gonna mess up. But the thing is, all these women that King Solomon had been dealing with, they're fucked up, man. But only one man out of 1,000 is gonna have the same type of mindset, that not 100% the same, but in that category, you know. Can two walk together except they be agreed? You can't have a friend that always disagrees with everything that you say and do, because that's not your friend. That's just somebody you chill with from time to time, or just say hello to, or even you think you want to be friends because you like certain things of them, but like a lot of things you don't like, you know. Yeah, it still could be a friend, but then I'm not trusting that shit. I don't even trust myself sometimes. How the hell am I gonna trust you? I'm literally saying sometimes I don't even trust myself. How the hell would I trust another person? Are you mad, man? It's not happening, you know? But then I think I'm done with this. What's this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot. Now this is another video. I have not seen it yet, but the reason I went upon this is because it was talking about the same story and stuff like that, and it downplays masculinity. And you know, you can read these articles for yourself, checking it out. Then just don't fall for the okie dokie, the banana in the tailpipe. Just don't fall for this, man. Don't fall for this. Don't think these Edomites be uplifting the black woman. No, no, no. If somebody was to uplift the Israelite, you know, the daughter of Jacob, it was supposed to be us. Not no goddamn devil. They have an agenda when they do things like this. I'll show you. Where did I put it? Here, I think. No, here. No, here. No, here. Right. World's population likely to shrink after 50 years. This is one of their plans because of the Georgia Guide system, Georgia Guidestones, right? Now you might ask yourself, why are they showing West Africa? Aren't they supposed to be showing themselves? I don't know if this West Africa. Well, it is West Africa. The population of sub-Saharan African countries such as Nigeria could triple, experts predict, by 2100, basically 2100. As if these devils are going to make it that far. But anyway, the world's population is likely to peak at 9.7 billion in 2064. Like they're going to get that far. By this time, your ass in the slavery, bastard. And then decline to about 8.8 billion by the end of the century. Why? As women get better access to education, fools, programming, enslavement, and contraception. What is contraception? Contraception. Hey. Some stupid stuff. The deliberate use of artificial methods or other techniques to prevent pregnancy as a consequence of sexual intercourse. Do you get that? Do you get that? This is what they want to do. They want to shrink you. But they're not going to do it like that. They're going to force you to take these things. I'll show you. They were sterilizing black females. Yeah, I misspelled it. The sterilization of the African American female. Of the 7,600 women who were sterilized by the state between the years of 1933 and 1973, about 5,000 were Israelite women. In light of this history, North Carolina became the first state to offer compensation to the surviving victims of compulsory sterilization. But they're sterilizing the men also. They're not getting compensated for that. Eugenics in the United States. Well, they're talking about the females again. Right. So it shows you here. Compulsory sterilization, also known as forced coerced sterilization, is a term used for In 1977, 1 year follow up of 585 men sterilized at vasectomy camps in Shepherd and what? What? In addition, I don't know what this is. This is not America. The U.S. launched campaign to sterilize against black females in the South and Latina women in South America. So they was doing the Latina females, and they was doing the so-called black females, and they was doing the men. And it's not was, they're doing it until this day. But they have different type of things, like food now. Now they could put it in the food. They don't need to inject you no more. They could just put it in the food, and you're going to lust after that food like Popeye chicken and try to fight people and stuff like that. You have to know there's something in the food. That's not normal. There's something in the water. Fluoride. Fluoride causes infertility, male fertility. The enchanting overload caused by fluoride represents a potential factor having an impact on function of sperm, hence contributing to a growing infertility in what? Men. Why? Because they don't have to inject you with shit no more. They put it in the water and you're thirsty, right? Go have a drink. Go. You want food? Go to McDonald's. You're going to get something that's, you can't understand what the hell is happening to you unless you stop eating McDonald's and start eating some vegetables. You don't have to eat meat every day. You know what I'm saying? And that meat what you're eating is most of the time not even meat. They can even make a veggie burger. That thing looks like meat. What do you think they can do with other things? Look at it. It looks like chicken. And this one looks like beef. Vegan burger. It's the walnuts, chickpeas, soya. You know that's feminine. If it's like soya is not bad, but the soya that they have has a lot of estrogen. Because the natural soya probably doesn't have that. Because they make it in the laboratory. That's why. They mess around with it. Tomato. And the reason I said probably because they have conflicting stories on the internet. Soya beans. A type of plant estrogen that is similar in function to human estrogen, but with much weaker effects. But if you have nope. If you have GMO soya, even if I read this, I'm not trusting these devils with a lot of things. So, but even if GMO soya benefits and no goddamn benefits of nothing, boy. Dangerous. Watch out with the FDA. You see, here they say there's nothing wrong. You can just eat it. You can just eat it. The serious health risk of eating genetically modified soya. There are very serious health risks of eating genetically modified soya. If you're eating tofu, that's why I don't eat no freaking tofu or soya. That's why them Asians, they look like that, because they eat that shit. Make sure you're eating organic. Now, this is what I'm talking about. When you eat tofu and soya or soya beans products, you need to eat the real one. Don't eat the GMO. The GMO gonna mess you up, because it's already bad concerning if you only eat soya beans. You're gonna get some grip hips, man. As a man, you don't want no grip hips that make you look like you like another person can have grip on. No, you don't do that. You need to have a small hip ratio compared to your shoulders, right? It's much manlier, and Monsanto GM, which is GMO, genetically modified soya, is scarier than you think. Right. Finds that the herbicide Roundup is making its way into our food. What do you mean making its way? What do you mean making? Like it has a mind of its own. No, they're putting it in there, man. Making its way. Like move, get out of the way, please. I'm trying to get to the food. No, it doesn't work like that, man. They are putting it there for you to kill you, to destroy you from within. They don't have to. They don't have to do this no more. What did I just read? Sorry. Health environment. Health environment. They don't have to do this no more. They don't have to do this no more. They don't have to go around individually putting their face on Front Street like, oh, this guy did this to me. He wasn't. I got your face right here. You're here. And your children are living until this day. I bet your ass. And your children are, where's the other guy? Yeah, this is the other guy. And your children are living until this day. By the way, his children are living until this day. And hers too. Grandchildren and stuff like that. You know, their descendants. His descendants are alive till this day. His descendants are alive till this day. You know, so you can still not track them, but you can still, they can still be traced to him, you know, by word of mouth. Just an example. But then they don't have to do this no more. Come down in the field, do the nitty gritty, get down there and inject it into you personally, because the food back in those days wasn't GMO and it wasn't controlled like it is now. Back in the days, these were farmers, so they could have their own food. They could grow their own food. But nowadays, you got people living off of the stores, you know? Fixes for coughs and stuff like that if you got cold. Then you could go to the store back in those days for those type of things. But concerning food, you could just grow your own food, man. You know? A lot of our people had their own food because we was not even allowed in the freaking stores where they had their food. We was not even allowed there. And this is a movie. It's called the Ms. Ever Boys, which is talking about which goes into the Tuskegee syphilis study. If I were you, I would watch this movie. Miss Ever Boys movie, right? I think I saw it a long time ago, but I haven't seen it recently, so I need to see it because it was on my list, but I forgot about it. But I have everything downloaded, so don't worry about that. Yeah. So yeah, basically that's it, man. And don't be trusting these people with their agenda. They have an agenda, right? They have an agenda, and they're doing it, man. And our people are just gobbling it up. They really think like these Edomites care about you enough to put you on Front Street like you're all there and they accept you and you're being acknowledged. You know, it's not what it seems. They're playing with your emotions, with your mind. It's, you know, I see females reacting to what he's saying, and these dumb bitches have more hate than you can understand. He's explaining something to the truest effect. Like this cowboy female is a real thing, and she's in the forefront and stuff like that, man. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna put the links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Don't believe the hype.